Erica, did you hear from my son about a trip next month? Hello, Mother. Yes, a family trip to Guam, right? I was wondering, were you planning to come too? Well, yeah, that's what I was planning. I'm sorry, but could you please not come, Erica? I'm afraid my son will get mad at me again for saying this. We're getting older, and I'm sure we won't have much time left to travel like this. That's why we really want to go as a family. I see. I'm so sorry, but you have to understand how we feel. We're not trying to exclude you or anything. Yes, I understand. Thank you, Erica. It's best to travel as a family. Me and my husband, my son, and also Lisa and Harry can come. They're my two beautiful grandchildren. They're still in elementary school. I'm a little worried about my husband taking them along. You have us. Why are you trying to say like that old people like us with weak legs and back can take care of kids? No, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that since I think you would like to enjoy the trip, maybe it would be better if the children were there with you. No, there's not so many chances to travel with our grandchildren. If you're so worried, I'll invite my daughter as well. How does that sound? Wait, you want your daughter to take care of the kids? She just had her second child the other day, didn't she? No, please, I don't want you to do that. I feel bad for your daughter. Then what do you want me to do? It's a family vacation. I don't want to invite anyone but my family. I think it's better if the kids stay home with me. I don't want to bother your daughter. How about you travel without the kids this time? I think you'll be able to relax without having them around. That's not true. Listen, Harry are good kids. I'm sure they'll be quiet. Harry often gets a fever when he's at a new place. If that happens, I'll let him sleep at the inn. Who's going to watch Harry? Lisa is already in grade 5, right? Can she at least take care of her little brother? That's a bit... Mother, would you please reconsider about it? I'm sure my husband will say he can't handle 2 kids. Why don't you talk him into it? This is the time to show your filial piety to us. Is there anything else you can do? Oh God, this is why outsiders are so hard to deal with. I'm sorry, but I've been shopping for you and giving you a ride back and forth to the hospital. I've been doing what I can. That's normal thing for a wife to do. Taking with you won't help. But please don't tell him that I asked you not to come on the trip. I understand. My son is nagging me to be nice to you. It's funny. I'm always kindly trying to reach you like this. Or maybe you're talking shit about me. No, I'm not! Then fine. But next time he nags me, I'll definitely have to reconsider my relationship with you. I'm going to once again ask you to know your place. Mother, your baggage you sent us has arrived. Thank you so much for all the delicious looking steak meat. We'll have them for dinner tonight. Oh, I didn't know it arrived already. Make sure you serve them to my son and grandkids. Oh, you know that none of these steaks are yours, right? Yes, I know. I won't eat it. Well, I doubt it. I've been sending my son all sorts of groceries, but I don't get to see what he actually eats, so you're eating them in secret, aren't you? I always serve them only to my husband and the kids. Really? My son's so sweet, he's probably given to you. When the kids can't finish it, I take those leftovers. See, I knew you'd eat it. You are always like that. You reply with good words, but you're just saying that for pose. I'm sorry, I'll be careful, but I think it would feel bad to waste it. Well, you're a stranger. Leftovers suit you. I don't mind as long as what you eat is leftovers. Well, Mother, respectfully, I've been married to my husband for over 10 years now, but I'm still not considered as your family. Of course, maybe I'm not trying hard enough, but I feel a little lonely to be treated as a stranger forever. Erika, that's how it is with a wife. but you gave birth to my grandchildren properly. That's why you're invited to all of our weddings and funerals, right? That's true, but in the first place, just because you guys got married, it doesn't make you blood related. Compared to your own parents, in roles are probably not that important to you, right? Nothing changed the fact that you're an outsider. I see. I understand. I'm sorry for being so cheeky. It's okay if you understand. You're a good wife. You don't have to think about anything else. Mother, my husband told me that father, your husband has been diagnosed with an illness. Thus he's going to need nursing care. I know, it's a bit overwhelming, isn't it? Last month we were enjoying our trip, and now suddenly we found out he's ill. I really don't know what to do. I know your father is one who's going through the most right now, but I'm worried about you as well. Mother, are you okay? Is there anything I can do? Please let me know. There's nothing to panic about. It's okay. I don't need you to help me. I'm sure my husband has told you. I'll be visiting you this evening. I would like to ask about various things. Oh, you're coming too? Yes, I was going to, but... You don't have to come. It's none of your business. But father needs extra care, right? I can help. We are the ones who decide what to do about our dad, right? Why should he come? It doesn't make any sense of you, a stranger, to be here. I see. I understand. Then I'll let my husband to go alone. Please do so. Only a true family can look out for their family. If you're here, we wouldn't be able to have proper conversation. And even if you had an opinion, it's our decision to make. Yes, man. This is why I really hate people who's not considerate. It's just too much work for me. Would you please not intrude our family conversation? I'm sorry. You think you can just apologize like that, don't you? Maybe you're glad he's sick. I don't think so. I don't know. You never know what people really think, especially when you're a stranger. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have overstepped the mark. Don't make me tell you the same story over and over again. You're not our family. You need to understand that. Yes. I wish you were the one who's got sick, not my husband. You're a genius at irritating people. I treat you like a wife because I have to, but I always wish I had someone else. If I had known you were such a bad wife, I would have never let my boy marry you. Erica, we've decided on the policy for my husband's care. Okay. Your husband hasn't come home yet, has he? No. I just got a call that a meeting was over. Well, let me tell you something. Erica, we'll take care of my husband every day from now on. I'll take care of the housework. What? You think it's hard to come over to work every day, right? Then don't worry. It's not easy for me to take care of my husband by myself, so you're gonna move in with us. We'll help each other as a family. Excuse me, Mother. We already live together as a family. What do you mean we live together? Well, I live with my parents. We built a house for that. It's impossible for us to move out and live with you. What are you talking about? You're already living together with your parents. I don't understand. I'm just telling you this since my husband gave me permission to tell you. Since the other day, we've been living with my parents, so we can't live with you and your husband. That means I won't be taking care of your husband. What are you... Erica, that's too harsh for a joke. I'm not joking. You really live with your parents? You even built a house for that, you said? Yes? Why didn't you tell us such an important thing? How much of a fool do you think we are? My husband is sick and needs care. You are the one who has been making fun of me, right? We've been married for over 10 years and you've always treated me like a stranger. And now you want me to cooperate with you because we are family? You're out of your mind. I am your husband's mom. It's natural that a wife who has married a man should listen to his mom. It's up to those parents whether the wife listens or not. I don't know anything to anyone who didn't do anything for me. Besides, I have been trying to reach out to you, mother, but it's you who have refused. Then what are you going to do? Who will take care of my husband? My husband and I suggested that he should move into a facility, right? Since taking care of him alone will be a burden on you, I think it's better to leave it to the professionals. You are the one who should caregiving. I don't want to. I've been treated like a stranger all my life. Why should I have to take care of him? My husband said I don't have to be a caregiver. He didn't object to me about moving in. My husband just told me that. He said he was dismayed when you said we're going to move in with you. He said they wouldn't listen to me when I tried to argue with them, so I left. So that means he didn't agree to move in with you. Oh no. So I have no choice but to put my husband in a situation. If you can take care of him by yourself, he can stay home. I don't think you can if you've always been so dependent on me. If you care about your husband, I think you should put him in a facility. But he wants to stay home. I had a high post for you, you know. He said if Erica took care of him, things could be the same as before. He was with you and treated me like a stranger. And he expects me to take care of him. You and your husband are both out of your minds. Hey, Erica, I'm giving up on living with you. You've been built a house. I don't know what your parents will say if I force you to come over and live with us. I see, but you can commute, right? Huh? Mother, how many times do I have to tell the same thing? I won't live with you, and I won't take care of you guys. I'll behave bad towards you, I admit that. But still, we were family one week. You were involved. You think treating me like a stranger was involved. All you care about was your son and your grandchildren. How present can you really be? You try not to see what you're doing, and now you're trying to get me to help you? That's just too convenient. I'm sorry, Erica. Please, I want to take care of my husband at home. So please help me. I apologize for everything I've done. No need to apologize. I've understood how you feel about me in the past 10 years. A wife is a stranger to you, no matter how many years have passed. So I will continue to treat you as strangers. I will never care for you, so please give it up. It's none of my business as a stranger what happens to an old man I don't know. Mother-in-laws took the liberty of accusing me of living with my parents after that. My husband blackmailed them and declared that if they persisted any longer, he would never have anything to do with them again. My husband is supposed to help them with the necessary procedure of their care, but I'm not going to have anything to do with that matter. They may have been good parents to my children, but our children have weird feeling toward my parents-in-law who treated me differently. If the kids want to see them, I'll ask my husband to let them see them. But there's no sign of that, so I'm sure they will have very little to do with me from now on. Mother-in-law gave up caring for my father-in-law at home and decided to put him in a facility. But this time, there was another argument between my father-in-law, who didn't want to go to a facility, and my mother-in-law, who wanted to go there. In the end, my mother-in-law lost her temper and said she couldn't take care of him anymore. So my father-in-law was placed in the facility. My mother-in-law only went to the facility minimally, and they were still very angry with each other. I don't know what will happen to their relationship in the future, but I don't care because it's none of my business. I hope one day they will reflect on their actions. At their age, it will be difficult to change their personalities. I hope they will never appear in front of me again. Meanwhile, my family and my parents are living together. Not much has changed in our daily lives. We have separate entrances, so there is no interference between us, and my husband seems to be living without stress. The children seem to enjoy coming and going between the houses. It was my husband's suggestion that we live together, but it was only because he was always thinking about me. Since my husband was so kind, I was able to do my best even though my in-laws were always badgering me. I wish I could have been on good terms with my in-laws. but I have learned that there are efforts in this world that I don't have to make. From now on, I will continue to enjoy my life with my family, whom I love very much.
Hey, are you listening? Are you saying Arya doesn't want to eat my packed lunch? Don't you think that's terrible since I went through all that trouble to make it?
In that case, why not try to add something unique to the lunch boxes? For example, you could change the way the ingredients are cut, or try to make the lunch resemble cute characters that girls would like.
If we do that, it's going to cost extra for ingredients. So I decided to go with potatoes and pickles.
What? That's all you let them have?
Yes, that's right. If I spend money on things like lunch boxes, I won't be able to afford my living expenses.
As expected, that's not enough for my daughter, is it? You should at least include a few side dishes.
Then maybe you should make lunch for your daughter.
What?
The lunches you make are so well received by the kids, right?
Is that right?
Yeah. My daughter always wants to eat lunch like those made by you. I've heard her say it so many times, my ears are developing calluses.
I'm glad to hear you say that.
So, maybe you can make lunch for my daughter too. Maybe once a week?
If I were to make it, will you pay for the ingredients?
Pay for the ingredients? We're mom friends, so there's no need to pay for that, right? You're wealthier than me, and you wouldn't take money from a poor person, right?
Even if I don't get paid for the ingredients, I can't make lunch. Besides, even if it's just once a week, making lunch for 2 people takes a lot of time and effort.
Come on, we're mom friends. Let's help each other out.
I'm sorry. I thought if I was getting paid for materials, I could do it. But I guess this volunteering thing isn't for me.
The real truth is, you won't do it because it's me asking you, right?
What?
Because I'm just a blue-collar household. You don't want to associate with me, right?
No, that's not it at all. I don't think what your husband does has anything to do with us being friends.
Really? Last time you were trying to exclude me from having lunch with everyone else.
That was simply because I had a reason not to invite you.
Well, I got everyone to cover my lunch costs. Is it because I didn't pay back the lunch money?
Yes. If you remember, then why don't you just pay us back? I helped pay for you, so could you please pay me back early?
Yes, I'll pay you back later.
Preferably sooner rather than later.
You're so annoying. I don't like to talk about these things either.
Anyways, I'm just asking to be paid back sooner.
Camilla, hello?
Hello. What's up all of a sudden? Did you change your mind about paying back the money?
I'll take care of that later.
Seriously, when are you going to pay it back?
I said we'll talk about it later. I reached out to you because I have something I wanted to ask you.
What is it?
Tomorrow is the kindergarten field trip, right? You're coming along, right?
Yes, I'm coming. What's the problem?
As always, you're preparing the lunches, right?
Yes, I'll be making it myself by hand this time.
That's great.
Sophia, are you bringing lunches too?
I will bring one, but I think just sandwiches is enough for me.
Like always, white bread with ham? Since it's a field trip, why not try something different?
That's alright. Don't worry so much about the lunches.
What do you mean?
You'll find out tomorrow. Camilla, who are you planning to work with tomorrow on the trip?
Oh, Madison invited me to join her.
Madison? I don't really like her, you know.
Yeah, I know. But I find her interesting and I like talking to her.
But Madison is pushy, you know. She's intimidating just by her appearance alone.
Apparently, she can be quite scary when she's angry. I guess she just has a bold presence.
Anyways, I confirmed everything and it's all good. I'm looking forward for tomorrow. Oh, I wonder if someone's in trouble without their lunch today. I made a homemade lunch today. It's a bit bland, but I'm saving on lunch money today. Thanks for your help.
I brought a supermarket lunch today, though.
What? Didn't you say you were eating homemade lunch today?
That was the plan, but I accidentally dropped the lunch boxes I prepared. So I decided to bring supermarket lunch instead.
I didn't hear you say that.
It's not something that I need to report to you, is it?
Then whose lunch boxes did I just take?
You mean the pink lunch boxes? That was Madison's lunch boxes.
What?
Sophia, it looks like you stole her lunch boxes while we stepped away for a bit.
How do you find out?
I accidentally found out from a friend who saw it happen. When I came back, I saw Madison's lunch boxes, but I was surprised because they were open and clean.
Those lunch boxes, they were Madison's? Hey, is Madison still with you?
Yes, she is.
How is she feeling?
It seems like you stole the lunches and ate it without her permission. When I told her, she got quite angry. It's quite normal for her to get upset.
Wait, why did you tell her? I was going to keep it a secret.
Knowing the crime and not saying anything is not considerate, is it?
What's Madison saying?
She just wants to talk to you directly.
Is she asking for me to pay for the lunches? That's not what she means, right?
That's exactly what she's saying.
No. I'm barely able to make ends meet this month. I can't afford to pay for other people's lunch. Please, can you ask for Madison's forgiveness in my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, Madison wants you to take responsibility for what you did.
No. But I don't want to pay for the lunch. Then I'll just need to run and hide somewhere.
Sophia, aren't you by the big tree over there now? Madison's headed there now.
What? Please, can you apologize to her on my behalf?
I don't want to. Besides, I don't want to help someone who would steal other people's lunch and then be stingy about it. You should be held accountable.
Camilla, it's your fault that Madison totally hates me now. You've even made me spend extra money. This sucks.
It's your own doing, so it can't be helped, can it? Did you learn your lesson after being chastised by Madison?
She chastised me in front of everyone. It was so embarrassing. And Madison and I live near each other. I'm worried she'll keep harassing me now.
Madison is not the type of person to harass others for no reason. So don't worry about it.
But Madison told me to keep my distance from her for a while. You know how much damage can be done to if pushy Madison doesn't like you.
Like I said earlier, it's your own doing, so it can't be helped. From now on, don't bother other people anymore.
By the way, this is also your fault, Camilla. Why can't you just apologize?
I don't think I should be the one apologizing. Sophia, you're the one who stole my lunch to save money, right?
But originally, it was your fault for making me angry, Camilla.
What do you mean?
Well, when we first met, you promised we would become friends. But now you don't even invite me to lunch or to go shopping anymore.
That's because you don't want to pay back the money you borrowed.
It's so annoying. You always talk about money. It's just a few dollars, so can you just cover it?
If it's just a few dollars, why don't you just pay it back quickly? I also want to just get the money back from you so I can cut ties with you.
What?
After what happened, I have zero trust in you. I'm sorry, but I can't continue this kind of relationship anymore.
That's horrible. You're treating me like an outcast, aren't you? You've got some nerves.
It was you who started it all in the first place. Let's just forget about the lunch money.
Of course. I don't intend to pay you.
I can't stand being around you anymore. I'm going to take this opportunity to just distance myself from you.
Oh, really? For excluding me from the group? I'm going to make you regret it soon enough. Oh, I just heard some good news. You're going with the other mom friends to a luxury spa hotel, right?
Yes, but where did you hear that?
I heard it from my daughter. And apparently, it's the hotel connected to the theater. I've always wanted to go there.
Just to let you know, we can't go with you.
What? That's rude. I wasn't planning to go with you anyway, so don't worry.
Then why did you message me on Facebook?
I just wanted to give you all a warning.
Warning?
You guys definitely won't be able to enjoy the trip. But if you apologize to me and agree to take me along, I'll consider forgiving you. Of course, you all have to pay for my expenses.
So you really want to go with us, huh? I'm sorry, but I have no intention of apologizing. Nor do we plan to pay to take you on this trip with us.
I figured as much. In that case, you should tell the other moms to cancel the trip before it's too late.
What?
Otherwise, everyone will be in trouble when the accommodations fall through. And you, Camilla, might get angry because of this.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Isn't today the spa trip everyone is looking forward to? Too bad. I already canceled the trip. So, enjoy camping today.
What? We just checked into the hotel.
What?
And we're about to go to the spa now.
Isn't today the day you're going to the spa near the theater?
No, we reserved a different hotel called the Omni.
You're lying. Didn't you say you were staying at the hotel near the theater last time we talked?
Come to think of it, I did say it. I mistakenly thought you were referring to the Omni Hotel near the theater.
That's not possible. If you realized you were making a mistake, why didn't you correct yourself then?
It's not like we're traveling there together, so there's no need to point it out, right? Speaking of which, you said you canceled the reservation? Is everything alright? Are you sure you didn't accidentally cancel someone else's reservation?
The hotel staff said they accepted the cancellation. Maybe right now.
It's better to find out soon.
It's a bit scary, but I'll try calling. It turned out to be a disaster. What should I do?
What kind of situation is it?
Turns out, the reservation I canceled was for my husband's company trip.
What? That's quite a coincidence.
Now that I think about it again, my husband was also taking a company trip to the hotel near the theater. He said he was going to stay there. I was so busy plotting revenge on you guys that I got the two hotels swapped in my head. It seems like my husband was responsible for organizing the company trip. The hotel staff thought that I had called to cancel on his behalf.
Well, it's not hard to see how you can make that mistake. So, what are you going to do about it now?
My husband asked me to come and personally apologize. I'm heading over there now. I'm definitely going to have to apologize sincerely in front of everyone.
Is that so? Well, good luck.
This is terrible. I got lectured in front of all my husband's colleagues. I had to apologize to every single person. And they made me pay the cancellation costs for everyone.
So, what's the plan for where you're staying tonight?
The hotel's already booked out by other guests. So we're staying at a nearby hotel. I have to pay the cancellation fee and tonight's hotel expenses for everyone. I am paying for everything, so the cost is outrageous.
By the way, how many colleagues does your husband's company have?
About 20. And I'm also staying there as well. So now I have to fork over the cancellation fees and travel expenses for 21 people. I've drained my savings account.
So your savings was more than enough to get by.
My savings was not enough, so I had to borrow money from my parents. My husband refused to help pay for it.
I see. At any rate, I'm glad you found a place to stay. And you got to do some traveling. How lucky.
Nothing lucky about that. I've been sent to the room to keep to myself and I'm being treated like an outcast. And my husband and his colleagues are all eyeing me with suspicion. They're all horrible.
That's just the way it is, isn't it? You caused so much trouble for everyone.
I thought I would show you all a painful lesson, but
You tried to take others down for no reason and got punished for it, didn't you?
the worst. Next time, I'm not going to fail.
What? Have you not learned your lesson?
If it's come to this, the only way is for me to take action directly.
What do you mean?
I can't calm down anymore. When you get back to your house, I'm going to set your house on fire.
Are you serious?
If you get me angry, you should be scared. But even if I apologize now, it's too late for that.
Are you seriously planning to set my house on fire?
As you can imagine, doing that would make me a criminal. I think I'll try something different. Like pushing you down the stairs, for example.
You're crazy. You're completely unreasonable.
It's your fault for making me angry. If you hate me, hate yourself first.
I understand. Then, I guess I'll leave too.
What? Hey, Camilla, did you say something unnecessary to my husband?
Unnecessary? Didn't you try to threaten me?
I didn't threaten anything.
What about yesterday's threats? When I discussed it with my husband, he said to report you to the police. He said I should do whatever I wanted to. So, I decided to file a complaint for harassment.
Police?
You didn't hear about that? The report was just accepted, so be prepared.
What? Did you already talk to the police?
Yes. I ran to the police right after the trip. It looks like you haven't returned from the trip yet.
I'm still on the train. My husband says he's going to divorce me.
Is that so? Then you should file for divorce quietly, right?
What am I going to do? If this continues, I'll be alone.
You reap what you sow. You've always tried to harass us.
Please. I can't divorce. I can't divorce without my husband's income.
That's not something I can help you with. If you're with your husband, you should just talk to him directly, right?
But I'm sitting in a seat away from him, and he doesn't want to talk to me. He's also ignoring all my messages.
You're completely out of luck then. You have to face reality.
It's your fault that this happened. You must talk to my husband and change his mind right away.
Why do you always blame others? Don't you realize that you're the one at fault?
Why am I at fault? I didn't do anything wrong. The whole trip thing was just a misunderstanding. I didn't intentionally ruin his company trip.
This conversation is going nowhere. I can't understand why your husband is ignoring you.
You have to clear up the misunderstanding. Otherwise, I will really cause a fire.
Are you still threatening me? I'm going to show this message to the police.
Right. You filed a report with the police. At least, can you retract the report?
Why?
Having a criminal report will ruin everything. If I were to divorce my husband, I'll have to live by myself. I'm going to be in a desperate situation without a husband. And when you add a criminal record to the mix, it's just too much.
Isn't this the seed you sowed for yourself? Of course I'm not going to retract the police report.
Please, I really need you to take back the report. What do I tell my parents?
Your situation has nothing to do with me. When you get here, I think the police will be waiting. So please deal with it. Afterwards, when Sophia got home, she was taken into custody by the police who were waiting for her. She was arrested for making threats. She was also fined and was asked to pay for compensatory damages. In the end, Sophia was also isolated by her husband, and it seems like they may be getting a divorce. Custody of her child was granted to her husband, and she ended up moving to a distant town. Even her parents abandoned her. She's now working hard to pay back the child support and other damages. She seems to be working day and night. We, on the other hand, with Sophia gone, are able to live a peaceful life. Sophia is facing difficult times ahead, but it's her own fault. I have no sympathy left for her.